The relevance of trade unionism in the country has in recent years come under the spotlight. This as workers continue to face challenges from unbearable working conditions, retrenchments, to high cost of living. Some South Africans believe that unions are slowly becoming irrelevant, unlike before 1994.
They have lost their credibility over the years. They compromised themselves a lot when they started going into bed with the political organization.
I'm a union.
Unions have put their interests before the interests of the workers. Workers are suffering. If you look at the past few years, workers were not getting an increase, but the leadership of the union, which was re-elected, has compromised our struggle, and they continue to compromise our struggle.
As unions continue to occupy a place in the hearts of some workers, another phenomenon is emerging, which is like the proliferation of new political parties. Employment law specialist Osben Mulatudi raised concerns about the mushrooming of new unions, saying it's not helping the situation workers are facing.
I'm more for unity in the best interest of the workers. The reason why you see this proliferation is precisely of what I said earlier on, that there is a rise in union leadership disputes in our courts than them focusing on the purpose for which they were established. And it's all about wanting to stay in power so that they can have access to resources.
Mulatudi argues that the reason unionism is falling out of favor is because of leadership fights. He says, unlike before, the current crop of leadership is more focused on enriching themselves at the expense of the workers.
What needs to happen is a strong culture change, a strong defocusing away from leadership positions, amassing of resources for their personal benefit, to focusing on what the LRA requires them to do, to collectively bargain for the betterment of the conditions of employment of workers across our workplaces, to fight for better living wages, to use other means to improve the lives of workers.
During this year's Workers' Day celebration, COSATU President Zingiswa Lusi called for unity.
Our unity, Makabane, is gonna be important. When we advance our struggles at the collective bargaining, if we fail to unite ourselves, if we fail to convince ourselves on the minimum demands,
Currently, South Africa has 3 labor federations, FEDUSA, SAFTU, and COSATU being the main labor federation, which has over 2 million members. Ntantla Khatlani, SABC News, Johannesburg.